2 for free. Miami Ryobi 1 Plus starter kit for $109.99, like this coffee drill, torch, 2 batteries, charger, and bag. And you can choose a tool from the 12 tools of Christmas selection for free. Buy now at RyobiTools.co.uk. That's why during the World Cup, Williams massive W on offer. Value, always on. Two-player Williams Young. You can get an annual checkup on your current device designed to keep your phone in tip-top condition. Count on EV, the UK's best.
All the feelings of football, sponsored by Google Pixel.
Check out our new mobile game, Knockout. You can play and test your knowledge of the day's matches against other viewers across the UK every day after our last live game. Tonight's quiz starts at 9. You can win a cash prize, and best of all, it's completely free. You must be 18 or over. You can download it using this QR code or simply download Knockout from your App Store now. Let's hear from the Wales manager, Rob Page, now with the show.
Good evening, Rob. We've seen your team selection. No key for more. And how have you decided to pick between Danny Boy and Wayne Hennessy? Can you talk us through those decisions?
Yeah, really hard decision. I had a few sleepless nights over that one because they both got an argument to play. Wayne's got the jersey at the moment, and his performance against Ukraine to get us to this World Cup competition was probably the best I've seen in a Welsh goalkeeping jersey, so it's been hard to drop him. Wally completely understands, albeit he's committed some form in the Premiership, but there's such a tight group of players anyway that with the goalkeepers together that they can give a struggle.
And Harry Wilson is in, but no key for more. What's the thinking behind that one?
I just think pace up top. It's got us success. It's got us joy. I've got footballers in the middle of the park. I want to create space to hurt the opposition, and to do that, I need good players up top.
Stay downside after fucking
The FAW has released a statement that Gareth Bale won't wear the leather armband. Why is that decision been taken, and what's your thoughts on it?
Well, of course we're not happy. Of course we're not. And it's been made so late now into the towards the game that it's out of our control. It's almost like there's nothing we can do about it. You know, I'm not going to risk Gareth Bale going out onto the pitch for already having a booking. It's crazy. So it's not fair for us, the players, to do that. And he's waiting so long to play the World Cup that if we were to do that and overrule it, he'd be suspended for the full game and not play games. It's absolutely crazy. So we don't agree with it, but it's just something we'll have to deal with.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah.
Just to say, England and Wales said back in September they wanted their captain to wear the One Love armband, and FIFA didn't respond to that request at all until today. So absolutely nothing for 2 months until today. Right, Hal, Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey. I'm interested, when you have two outstanding players in a team, how does that affect the rest of the dynamic? Because I'd imagine for some younger players, more inexperienced players, the temptation is always to pass it to them, even if others might be in a better position.
Yeah, I think firstly the aspect is around the ego. You know, so the two players in this Welsh national team, Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey, aren't egotistical in terms of they show everyone in the group and in the changing room that they're the best players. Well, actually, in the changing room, they're just like every single other player, and so that's the first aspect in a sense where they're not necessarily demanding and dictating and saying I'm the best player here. Well, actually, they're saying we're part of this group. We know we've got clearly fantastic attributes, and we're here to deliver on this stage, and that's what they've done for over a decade. You know, they've been talented to the nation.
For me, when you have someone like Gareth Bale in your team, it's about moments. Gareth Bale is the kind of player that he cannot touch the ball the whole game, but he comes up with a key moment. You know, whether it's a Champions League final, whether it's the MLS final, you know, recently for LAFC, whether it's, you know, be Ukraine in the World Cup qualifier, he's always there for the moments for Wales. And I think he's just so massive for this team, because even though Wales haven't been in the World Cup for 64 years, they're actually punch above their weight when it comes to tournaments. You know, whether it's, you know, the last two tournaments getting through the group, and Gareth Bale is always part of that.
There's a responsibility on those two actually to make sure that the others don't feel cowed or not inferior, obviously, but you know, that sense of we don't always have to have the ball.
They've obviously got that pressure, like all top players, both the particularly there, and what he's done to make the big one.
Not the way now that camera, do you hear me?
But they have got good young players around them. It's not as if these lads are at a good level, but they're very good. They've got pace around these two lads. But before we throw them around, especially at fitness levels, lads are there, huge turn up for Wales. Every time you doubt them, they're past records from the playing games regularly. They've produced, as I said, they've got great support and actors around them. Them young players are coming through pace, energy, it's great to have two fancy experienced players with them at the highest level.
So we talk about experience. Hal's already mentioned Wayne Hennessy. That's clearly what swung it in his favour as far as
but I do always worry. Whatever he's done, he mentioned the playoff games. That was a number of months ago. You're talking about players getting up to speed. He's not been playing regularly.
2 League Cup ties.
Yeah, and listen, obviously he's better than not. It's a huge gamble. There's a bit of loyalty there, obviously, towards him. Like he's done for 1 or 2 other players, but in terms of the goalkeeping position, huge gamble.
Well, for those of you of an older vintage, you'll remember Wales' run to the quarter-final of the 1958 World Cup. It took a goal from a certain 17-year-old called Pele to end Wales' run. And after the break, we'll hear from 2 of the members from that squad and relive Wales' emotional journey through qualification.
Sponsored by Universal 7.
Get in the moment down, Peloton. Don't hold anything back. Yo. Come on, you got this. Every day, bring that energy. The team looks good. Don't be. Get up to £250 off accessories.
Mumford! Is that pulled away to the bottom of the cupboard together? Oh, bubbles in here, salmon crackers! You got one, you got one. So, what's up with her now?
Really something different.
What is? Come here. Just a couple of bottles left in his bag that I'm just leaving them little mini jackets just leaving in his bag, yeah? Ethan! Ethan!
That's why we can taste the difference.
You down there or something?
Oh, don't stop now. Finish your part. And that's my every delivery sponsors ITV's coverage of the FIFA World Cup.
Showtime, guys, you ready?
Coach, put me in, I'm ready to play. You guys, I know you're the underdogs, but I tell you what, man, you got some of the best players in the world on your team, and you're representing this country, and I know you're going to play your hearts out, so let's go shock them.
A rally call from Joe Biden ahead of their World Cup opener. There's an American airbase in this part of the world as well, so plenty of American supporters here for tonight's match. And Eddie, you've just come back from working in America. They're co-hosts for the next World Cup. When we have a look at the American lineup, they're playing for big clubs around Europe here. It looks like there's a lot of potential in this team.
Potential, you know, after not qualifying in 2018, there's a massive reset in the US. And Burnham has got young players, potential, not sure about, you know, best players in the world, like what the president said, but really, really hungry young players. And as you said, there's only one player in the team who's not playing in Europe. So the fear factor, I think, will go. US typically used to feel a little bit inferior in world football. Now, these lads will be fearless. They don't know what they don't know. They've never been to a World Cup. They're going to go for it. They're going to be hungry and energetic.
Tyler Adams of Leeds, sort of elected captain by the team. Pulisic is an interesting one, isn't he? Because he's got plenty of ability, but hasn't done it on a consistent...
No, not really. He's obviously had injury problems. He's certainly talented there, and he's obviously got good goals record at international level. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in the tournament. Because just to look at him, he's kind of saying he's got that potential. We need to see more of it. Of course, he needs a bit of luck with the injuries, but he's obviously a talented boy.
Second youngest squad at the tournament, Al, as well, maybe with half an hour with 2026, but they're very fit, aggressive, they're physical, aren't they? I suppose playing in Europe, they know, that's the nature of the game in a lot of the world there.
Yeah, you know, they're going to play with a high tempo and they're going to be aggressive, they're going to be physical, but actually, when you look at what Page has said there, you know, in his decisions in playing Dan James and Harry Wilson, they could clearly identified an area to really hurt the USA, and that is with pace against their back four, and in particular the back two in Zimmerman and Ream. So as much as they're coming into this tournament with maybe a little bit of pressure, you know, not too much expectation, well actually, you know, there's an area where Wales can really, really hurt this team.
Yunus Musa's another interesting, character, isn't he? The Arsenal Academy, and only as a 19-year-old playing for Valencia, part of you see that midfield look stocky and fit, don't they? And talented.
Like I said, I think they're going to be really energetic. They'll play on the press. They'll be fearless on the press. I think technically Adams is the player in midfield who believes he's done well. He'll try and keep the ball. But I think this is an interesting team going forward. Aronson's on the bench. I really expected him to start. So the depth now of this USA team is interesting. You know, the likes of Aronson can come on. Pereira, who scored a lot of goals in the MLS this season. There's a good depth to this young team.
There absolutely is. And Rob Page's squad will be hoping they can take inspiration from the side that made it to the quarterfinals back in 1958. After a roller coaster journey through qualification and a 64-year wait, you can be sure that Wales will savour every second of this World Cup as the class of 2022 look to write their own piece of history.
It's been way too long. 64 years. And counting.
The last time we qualified for the World Cup was 1958 when Robert Nation did the World Cup.
I tell you, I got my boots. My name is Cliff Jones, I'm Welsh, played for Tottenham back in the 60s, what we call the Glory Days, and a very special time. I've lived to tell it. For me, putting on that red shirt of Wales was my biggest honour. Terry Medwin, how are you? Yeah? Happy to. That's it, you got it.
Father always used to speak about Cliff Jones, what a winner, what a player. And Terry Medwin.
Terry Medwin scores the winner.
Pretty special team, pretty special players for sure.
But obviously the one that the king was John Charles.
El vuelo gigantico, the gentle giant.
Such a great achievement because we got to the quarter-final, knocked out against Brazil 1-0.
John didn't play for New Zealand.
No, that's right.
And I say to this day, if John had played, well, we do say we would have gone on to win the World Cup. I always remember that game. We had TD, Baba, Da Vinci, but they had this young little player called Pele, and he's picked the ball up. I'll never forget it. He went past 3 Welsh defenders, smashed the ball. Jack Kelsey tipped it over the bar. I thought, who was this kid? Who was he? Nobody heard of him. Pele. Gareth Bailey was a great player, a great lad. And he would get in any team. Don't worry about that. But you won't get in the wingers position in tennis. You'd have to wait a bit. You'd have to wait a little bit. Sorry, Gareth, you just have to hang on, son.
When I put my Welsh shirt on, I'm completely committed and just want to try and do my best for my team.
We showed resolve, we showed determination, we showed togetherness, hard work to grind out and wait for a world-class moment. Gareth stepped up to the plate like he always does and delivered. Incredible. That's why we're in the game. The lows are low, but the highs are ridiculous.
Gareth now is known as the Welsh Wizard. I say to people, yeah, he might be the Welsh Wizard now, but I am the original Welsh Wizard.
Okay, everyone's there.
It's a Hollywood script.
Go!
The emotion then, as soon as the whistle just came out. That relief of getting the job done.
I'm David Iwan, a singer-songwriter from Wales, past president of Plaid Cymru, perhaps best known these days for us as the singer, composer of the Mawr Hyd. And what he'd been sang after, that was a really special moment for me. That was the peak and the fulfillment of a lifetime of working with the language. I think the Welsh language is crucial to what Wales is. When we started campaigning seriously in 1962, the Welsh language was not officially recognised in Wales at all.
There are young Welshmen in prison for committing the heinous crime of insisting on the right of using their own language in their own country.
We were quite prepared to use radical methods. We knew that the fight for survival of Wales and the language and our culture and history was a crucial part of that same fight for our identity. That is what the song of Mawr Hyd is about. Anthem to celebrate the survival of minority cultures. Mawr Hyd, it means, we're still here. We're, as a country, as a team, it's absolutely become our anthem.
If you watch football, you're used to losing big ones, and that's changed now. People look at Wales and they've got a chance to do something special. That comes with responsibility, a huge amount of pride. We're there, great. We'll take whatever we can. And we'll get anything. I've said before, we'll go toe to toe with anybody. Throw anybody at this, we'll have a go.
Are going to hear a lot of Daffodils, Amaro Heat. We're still here reverberating around these grounds in Qatar. It means so much to the Welsh players and to the Welsh nation. It really is the anthem of the Welsh national football team. And how there's a man very sadly not here to whom a great deal is owed, Gary Speed. Did he force a change in the way the Wales felt about their team and the players felt about the Welsh national team?
100%. You know, when Gary Speed came in as national manager of Wales, he changed the culture of the group, changed the culture of the nation in the sense of believing that this footballing nation can compete on an international footballing stage. And that was from the ground up in terms of the infrastructure, the standards around the place, but also in terms of that belief, saying, we can compete against these teams, go head to head against them, and actually perform and achieve. And one of the first things that he said when he came into the team was about qualifying for the World Cup. Everything that we were doing as a group and the standards that were being set was about this moment. And so it's an incredibly special moment. You see what it means to the players, the passion from that group, from the Vita we've just seen, and actually now the nation being able to back this moment in time. It's a legacy which is being left in a very special moment.
And you would say grasp it, wouldn't you? Because we were talking about Ireland earlier, but actually it's now 20 years since Ireland have qualified for a World Cup. So you need to grasp that moment, don't you? And build upon it. Make sure it's not just a one-off.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly for this group of players, now you've got an obviously kick on. People talk about qualifying for another World Cup, and you look at the history of Wales there with struggling for it. But also this players create their own bit of history. Focus on this World Cup. Go do your best, compete, which they will do. They've been doing that the last few years. But go give it your best, and as I said, create your own bit of history. Passion, as we know. They're very emotional. They've got to show quality at the right moments. So people like Dale and Ramsey, they've got a chance.
What stands out for me, just even watching that video, I've got goosebumps, the spirit and the togetherness. I think Rob Page, what he's done really well is harnessed that. He's sort of created this sort of siege mentality, this underdog mentality, I think really drives Wales on. And that's why they do punch above their weight, because the expectations are probably not that great around the world, but internally they believe they can do something, and you can really see that in the team.
You think of all the great Welsh players that have not played in the World Cup: Ian Rush, Martin, Ryan Giggs, who've not played in the World Cup. What a great achievement for these players.
They can sing better than anybody, can't they, Roy? Yeah. There's an answer in saying that, and English people here, I mean, it is quite something else. It really is when they get together in that sense. But you don't want it just to be about emotion. You need to get your professional head on, don't you, as well? You can't just get swept away with what an achievement it is to be here.
Yeah, of course. It's the application at the end of the day. This is a footballing tournament. So as much as the nations behind them, they have to apply themselves once they step over that white line and make sure that they do the basic things. And the basic things in this game today, first and foremost, is keeping a clean sheet. Because when you have the likes of Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey on the pitch, you're always going to create chances, and that's all Wales need tonight.
Wales, of course, in England's group, and England, thanks to Bukayo Saka scoring 2, amongst others, won 6-2 today against Iran. The first time ever a World Cup match has finished 6-2. And they weren't brilliant, Iran, but England did what they had to do and more this afternoon, didn't they?
Yeah, I think England started really well, and some great goals, particularly from the attacking players like Saka, who's going to need confidence, that fearlessness that we've seen through the Premier League this season. Bellingham got a great header as well. Rashford came on and scored, Grealish came on and scored. But I think, as Gareth Southgate said at the end of the game, you've got to be disappointed conceding 2 against Iran, who were terrible. They were really poor. England really should be excited about the win, but not get too excited because it was poor opposition to them.
Yeah, I think you'd be always glad to get the first game out of it. To score 6 goals at an international game, it's certainly not easy. They'd be delighted with that. Hoping obviously no injuries, but Iran.
Shocking. The first shocking of the World Cup is here, and it goes to Iran. England play Wales on Tuesday.
It's a pain in the ass when you. That's a point. You didn't set back to the right time.
64-year wait, a must-watch for any football fan, and a chance to see it on Thursday night, 11:15 over on ITV4.
Doesn't really though when you buy them from over here, the set American way around, it's that changing, you know what I mean?
From here in Qatar,
Who puts the month before the day?
was here embarking on the 8th World Cup.
Stupid.
Away. Roger and his team are the brilliant people who bring you the pictures into your homes and make it all happen. Roger was a hugely respected figure in the TV sport broadcasting industry. For ITV, he's been instrumental in the logistical planning and delivery of Rugby World Cups, as well as the Football World Cups and the Euros. He always had a smile on his face.
You're here to watch the England.
He was utterly dedicated, professional, charming, and hugely popular. He'll be missed by so many people inside the industry and at home.
Oh, Roger Pierce must be an old footballer.
Ah, so you like figuring stuff out? Come on. Can you solve maze? Alright, clever clocks. Maybe you're more protected. Try protecting space. Or are you chill enough to fly that?
Fly that thing. No, this thing.
Everyone's got that one thing they were born to do. Find your force in RAF.
Good. Yeah, really good.
Wicked ink. I love Labradors.
No.
Anyone can get carried away in this tournament. Whatever regrets you might have, don't let gambling be one of them. Gambling hard can affect anyone. Search for Gamble Aware to learn how limits and other advice can help you avoid bad regret.
Really got this penalty, it just looks like that. That's only man's name on. Remember that, Angel?
Yeah.
So what did that start? See it? I'm going to say this, I'll probably just fucking put a branch down. Probably put a tree down. What? See? The weight of it. Put it on this back one, it'll pull tree straight. That's one you can get a picture from when it opens up. See that one? It opens up.
Well, you can rub it both sides.
started doing she's like saying that.
No.
She don't want to tell her.
Yeah. I'm going to try to keep it up till about 7, 8 o'clock.
That's the starting 11 that will take to the field for Wales' first match in the World Cup since 1958, and this is what it means back in Wales, waiting for the big game to start. The first World Cup match since 1958. And this is what they're playing for. Not that one, because that is absolutely enormous. It's been wheeled out into the centre circles. It seems to before every match, the FIFA World Cup. Well, Daphne Ewan's iconic 1983 song, RRP, meaning We're Still Here, was the soundtrack to the qualifying campaign. It's now Wales' official World Cup song, and with kick-off just minutes away, it's time for Wales to find its voice once again.
We've had so many disappointments. Such a demoralising feeling. Can you hear that? Or you? They're going to start power back up there. Can you hear that? Or do you? Despite everyone and everything, we are still here. Toe with anybody. We'll give it everything. That is our anthem.
What shot have we got, Chris? Still watching, Emma? Well, there we go. No, you got, I think it was.
He's going to absolutely love the next few weeks. I hope someone else will find him a as well. I think they should let him do so. I hope Hal's on royalties as well for the amount of time to do so. That goal from the Euros too. This is what it's all about. This is how much it means. And what I was just thinking, so you're 18.
Smack your ass, smack your ass. So that's up, isn't it? Bagging basement there.
And even what you've done for Manchester United, did it feel different, you think, because you're about to play?
Yeah, that happened so quickly for me from 1990, watching obviously the public car, you're watching brilliant players, you're watching Ireland putting their marker down. So 4 years later to be involved in it was fantastic. But of course, the big deal, look, and then all the singing, if you still want to go for form, you try fixed in and you can class the Wales like Ireland, maybe a smaller nation. You want to go and do your best, complete. 1990 style, great memories, particularly when I was drinking. But 94 as a player, fantastic to be involved.
This is very spectacular, isn't it? Whatever else is going on off the pitch here, when you get inside the
Top
stadium,
football fans that could be banned or yellow carded because they don't believe it over in Qatar. If they're seen on the tops wearing the gay parade bands, they get banned or sent off. They don't believe in gays over there. And according to things that Blatt at the time when they made the decision, shouldn't have even put it there.
What I love about this game is you've got two teams here. You know, USA, all these levels have been to the World Cup.
Not in that way.
So you want to see
What the fuck are you about then?
enjoy this occasion. This is World Cup, this is amazing.
What are you about? What way then? The animal?
This is a tight group. You know, this is the highest ranked group in the World Cup. This game is so important, and if
you forget.
This game, it then puts you in a good way to go to the field.
When all those Champions League Gareth Bale's about to lead his side out in the World Cup, that is a different dimension altogether. Here, then, the first experience of
Yeah, fucking give me that shit comes there. Telling you.